Good evening, hockey fans. My name is Andrew Gus, joined alongside by Garrett Drake. We're bringing you live coverage of the TSCHL 2024 Playoff Championship here at the Queen City Sportsplex in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, Garrett, our matchup tonight features the Michigan Wolverines and the Miami Redhawks. Both teams have had 2 wins so far this weekend, bringing them here to face off against each other in our championship. The team deemed as home is the Miami Redhawks, who will be off to the left bench this evening wearing their cream jerseys with the patterned Miami bricks all along their pants and shoulders. We'll have the Wolverines dressed in their navy blue jerseys with the Michigan crest signaled in cursive letters across their jersey and trimmed in yellow and white. Now for the Wolverines, they topped off the Indiana Hoosiers on Friday evening by a final score of 4-2, and last night we saw an absolute thriller. They pulled out a 4-3 overtime victory against the Ohio Bobcats. Now for the Redhawks, they defeated the Dayton Flyers by a final score of 8-2 on Friday, and yesterday afternoon they topped off the Kentucky Wildcats, another 4-3 overtime winner, except the Redhawks able to pull away with the W. So both teams a 4-3 finisher, and both teams found themselves down 3-2 surprisingly yesterday and came out on top, winning 4-3 in overtime. So that's how both of these two teams got here. We've seen a lot of great hockey from both sides, and we're looking forward to a great afternoon of hockey here for you.
That pretty much sums it up right there, Goose. You mentioned the 2 overtime games yesterday for each of these teams to reach this point. And this is going to be the first champion in 3 years. The first new champion in 3 years, as the Hoosiers were back-to-back defending champs. So the TSCHL Cup will either be going to Ann Arbor or just up the road to Oxford. And we're about to find out.
Should be a great game, Garrett. We've seen a lot of great goaltending from both sides, great defense. A lot of fast and physical hockey. It's been a long weekend for both of these teams. Their bodies are definitely worn and beat down, but we're going to see today who has the most endurance and strength to make it all the way through the weekend. Once again, I'm Andrew Gus, joined alongside by Garrett Drake here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network, bringing you live coverage of the 2024 Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League Playoff Tournament. And this is our championship. Been a long road and a long season, but all the teams have been training all off-season long, awaiting for this very day. And the Wolverines and Redhawks are our last 2 standing. We'll see who's still standing at the end of the day.
And Goose, we've seen phenomenal goalie play for each of these teams up to this point. Noah Kinzinger in net for Miami of Ohio for the 3rd game in this tournament, and Frank Fee on the other side for the Wolverines. They've been phenomenal all tournament long and propelled their teams to the championship game.
And Garrett, 2 big goaltenders off to the left. Noah Kinzinger, he stands at 6'3", 210 pounds. And Frank Fee for the Wolverines, 6'2", 180 pounds. It's time. The boards bang and the players line up. Here we go. As the puck is dropped, it'll be won back by the Wolverines as this pass goes through the legs of Cohen. He'll start behind his net and try to work up ice. As now chasing back towards his own end is Cowan of the Redhawks. He'll send it forward to Hartwell. Hartwell will cross the blue line after this is picked up by Williams. Now the Wolverines have a 2-on-2 the other way. As Williams tries to deke through his defender, this puck will free up in the corner. A centering pass to the front and sticked away by Kinzinger. As now the Redhawks work up ice. A pass trying to find McCormick. Delayed ice. He'll win the foot race. The icing will be waved off, with the Wolverines able to gain possession of this puck. As now they'll start a try up ice as well. Dumped to the ice on the far side was Mitchell, but he got the puck in deep. The Redhawks with a few moments to set up. It'll be stopped behind the net as Cowan leaves it off. Swinging in to pick it up was Dombrowski. Still working up ice, trying to weave through Wolverines. He's finally stopped, as now Larson of Michigan will send it up. However, stopped short. Now carried by Friedman on the far side, as this one's tipped in, deflected. It'll be picked up behind the Red Hawk net by Lawrence, as he'll now be pressured by a Wolverine. Lawrence hits the deck. Puck still and loose. Now picked up by Frotto, and the Red Hawks begin to work up ice. As Frotto slides a pass over to Massey. Massey tries to go towards the slot, but stopped by the stick of Larson. A one-time opportunity taken by Lawrence, but that one deflects off a skate and into the corner. Nice stick play there to break it up, but still DeCassi able to get his stick on that one and dump it in. So Michigan able to get a line change, and we'll see if the Red Hawks can try to get up ice quick. It's carried on the far side by Tyler Bale, as Bale leaves it off. A backhanded shot taken, sticked away by Frank Fee. Off to the point, a one-timer taken by JT Kelly. Still loose in front, both sides scrambling.
As expected, these two teams playing very fast to start things off in this championship game. The adrenaline's pumping.
Delayed icing, and no ice to call now. Picked up in the near side corner by Michael Simoni. We saw him take a big hit yesterday. Glad to see he's back in the action today for the Red Hawks, as bodies now collide in front of us. Stolen away, a shot there taken by Przlecki, saved by the right pad. As JT Kelly circles back in his own end, he'll slide a D to D, as this one intended for Schweitzer. Won't make it on him. We'll have an icing, and our first stoppage of play here in the contest with 17:15 left to go in the first period.
And Goose, we talked with Coach Ryan Brown a little bit before the game off air, and one of the things he told us about that overtime victory yesterday is he just emphasized to his guys, just get the puck on net. And he talked about how it paid off for them in the end because they took a shot from a tough angle, and I don't think Zazon expected it to go on net in that situation, and they ended up scoring the game-winning goal. So we've seen them get a couple shots on Kinzinger early.
You're right, get the puck to the net, good things happen, as shown last night. It'll be the Wolverines that take this one. Shot by Catharthy right to the logo. And another stoppage of play. That puck saved once again by Noah Kinzinger, the Miami Red Hawk goaltender.
With the championship game being on the USA rink, it's going to be a lot warmer in here than it was last night.
Hey, you're right. Last night you and me were sitting there, our fingers were pretty chilly. The whole body was really feeling it, but we got through it.
We'll be able to actually speak clearly.
Will now be picked up by Cowan on his own blue line. This one stolen away by Cohen as he'll now drive in. Cohen to the slot, looking for options. He'll send a backhander there. Stolen away by Cowan and the Red Hawks. As this one now connects to Gates. Gates across the blue line. He'll have a shot. Fee uses the glove to make the stop. Well, Garrett, only 3.5 minutes into this contest, but back and forth to start the game. Both teams with some decent opportunities turning up ice. The goaltender's already making some nice saves to start our afternoon off. As the biscuit hits the ice, Cowan will receive it. He'll fire a shot on net. This one goes wide. A deflection in front. A good effort there by Hartwell. As this one dribbles over the stick of Kessing. Offside's called. We're blown dead with 16:24 left to go. And Garrett, this has been one of those power lines we've seen all weekend long performing for Miami. It consists of Miller, Hartwell, and McCormick. And those three have just been buzzing all weekend long. A lot of physicality from the wing and efforts from Miller. Just tons of speed coming from Hartwell and McCormick. Pass right to the tape of McCormick as he'll now stride up ice. McCormick leaves one off. It is now scooped up by Hartwell in the corner. Hartwell circles around a centering pass. Miller tries a shot, deflects wide as McCormick now swings in. His pass stolen away by Nielsen. Nielsen, the game-winning goal against Ohio last night, which powered his team to this contest here today. As Miller will back this one all the way around the boards. Now awaiting McCormick. As he'll send it down below to Hartwell, it'll be stolen away by Ducassi, and Michigan now will take a toll up ice. He passes to the far side as Connolly strides in. Connolly, the left-hander, tries a pass to the middle. As they were knocked away from the puck, now picked up and skated up ice by the Redhawks. Hartwell tried to pass there between the defender's legs, but just couldn't finesse it. And now here's McCormick once again.
Nielsen was right out in front there.
As Frado tries to pick it up. It's loose there. Lawrence able to get his stick back on the ice and prevent that play from starting on the Michigan side. As Michigan able to hold his own. This one slid to Sharma. Sharma tries the net. This one on the backhand goes just wide. As now a bank pass connects to Massey, a one-on-one. Massey will throw on the brakes, waiting for his teammates to join the play as he was all alone on the rush. Now Frado tries to pass to the middle, batted back down to the ice by a Michigan glove, and a hand pass called. So we'll have a face-off taken in the Michigan defensive zone.
Yeah, I thought maybe we would see a whistle on that one, and one of the things that you're going to look out for today is the announcements of the North and South All-Stars. We will announce the North team during the first period of this game once we get a good stoppage like an icing or something like that, so be on the lookout. I'm sure the graphics will be posted on social media as well throughout the day.
Yeah, the TSCHL has been constantly updating. They've got a ton of stuff to keep powering out to you back at home. With awards and such. As now those puck will be picked up by the Redhawks. Dombrowski will send it back to the point. Kelly tries a shot. This one deflected away as Massey will send this one back down below. It's still loose in front. Michigan tries. Massey steals it away. Saved by Fee. Kelly able to hold the line as this one just goes past his stick. Now putting it back to the corner was Massey. It'll rim all the way around. Awaiting is Frado. They'll send it back to the point where Simone gives it off. It'll be sent off the glass by Sharma, but Simone still stands tall and holds his line. Now going behind his net to play is Catharthy. As the Wolverines desperate to get it out of the zone, they will be successful and they'll get a line change. Now Simone back to his own end. He'll pick it up. He'll try to slide that through the legs of Jack Glenn, but is forced to give it to JT Kelly. This one almost stolen away by Kelly. Larson not able to hold the line. This play is blown dead. And the Wolverines almost had a golden scoring opportunity there, but were blown dead by the offside as that puck just went over the determining edge of the blue line.
And while we get a break, we'll name the North All-Star team forwards. Nicholas Osefiak of Ohio, Asher Connolly of Michigan, Mark Rudo of Bowling Green, Cody Nielsen of Michigan, Tom Rutherford of Dayton, Cam Horvath of Bowling Green, Matthew Dabrowski of Ohio State, Nick Coward of Ohio, Valentino Carriero of Ohio State, Cole Ferry of Bowling Green, Carson Johnston of Ohio State, and Riley Scanlon of Ohio.
Gentlemen, congratulations. Well deserved. Always a good feeling to be an all-star, and it says you've done something right this year, so keep up the good work. We'll see them at the All-Star game in Columbus in a few weeks.
The list for the defensemen and goalies is much shorter, so once we get another whistle, I'll name the rest of them.
As this pass will bobble up to Larson. He'll try a saucer pass stolen away by Cowan. Sticked away now Jack Glenn right in front of us. Skates it in, close offsides call. Larson fires a shot saved by the right pad. As bodies now tangle up in the near side corner. Will be picked up and skated by the Redhawks as Douglas dumps it in with his backhand. Chasing now Anderson. Will have it stripped off his stick by Williams. And Williams is off to the races for Michigan. He'll just decide to send it to the corner. A soft dump as Tyler Bale of Miami will leave it off for his defensive partner Lawrence. Lawrence will give it back to Bale. And now up the wing to Douglas. A clean breakout for the Redhawks. And up ice they go. Now stopped. Here comes Michigan. A 3-on-2 the other way. Slid to Lloyd. Lloyd tries a shot. This one's gloved away by the big goaltender, Noah Kinsinger for the Redhawks. Another nice stop by him.
All right, here we go. We got the defenseman Ethan Tamborski from Ohio, Adam Kolkon from the Michigan Wolverines playing today, David Crandall from Bowling Green, Amadeo Cantini of Ohio State, Trey Zeebel of Bowling Green, Jack Mueller of Ohio, Joe Fulmer of Ohio, Trent Johnson from Ohio, and then the goaltenders are Matthew Zazon of Ohio and Riley Martin of Bowling Green.
This one tipped in front And being a defenseman here in the TSCHL is always a tough thing. And a lot of physicality, we know, as well as just trying to protect your end. Goaltending is one of the biggest things in the defensive side, always an important thing to do. So those guys are being represented for great defense all year long. Once again, congratulations to all of you.
And we'll go ahead and go through the South All-Stars at the beginning of the second period for you, so make sure you don't go anywhere if you're one of the South supporters.
As this one's picked up by Hartwell, he'll start to skate up ice. His pass to McCormick didn't make it through. However, Bale on the far side, able to bail him out and pick it up, giving it back to the Red Hawks. McCormick will send a bank pass off. However, stolen away by Cody Nielsen, as Nielsen decides to chip this one in. Now Tyler Bale again. He'll send it to the tape. On the far side, it's Miller. Miller gets knocked to the ice. A good defensive play there made by Cohen. As a centering pass there, doesn't make it through. It'll be Michigan striding in. This one passes. Getting dumped to the ice there in front of us, Asher Connolly. Still working for it is Ducassi in the corner. As Connolly leaves it off for Nielsen, he'll send it to the far side. Larson stopped by Miller as Miller gets pushed off the puck. It'll free up to Catharthy. As Lawrence will send it to Frotto. Frotto tries to break in, but Nielsen there able to stop the rush. Now Nielsen a 1-on-2. He'll try to dangle through. Nielsen tries a shot. This one goes wide. Had him beat, but ran out of real estate to fire that puck into the net. As Frotto gets dumped to the ice. A huge hit on the play. Larson knocks him down.
And he wasted no time heading off after that one.
He sure did not. And Larson, a big defender, the Wolverines captain, saw that play coming and decided to step up and make the hit. Now striding up ice with it, carried by Friedman. He'll cross the line at center and dump it in deep. As Simone misses that pass, banked in front of centering pass by Michigan. Doesn't make it through. A good effort made on the play. As this one's dumped back in deep by Rubisco. Przlicki tries to dig it away. However, Simone comes up with it. A centering pass to Dombrowski as he gets sandwiched in the middle of neutral ice. Hit laid down there by JT Miller just in front of us. As Simone now circles back to his own end. He'll collect this puck and try to send it up. It's stolen away by the Wolverines, an intercepted pass. Now to the far side, Bittner banks it off the wall. 2-on-2. Mitchell tries a shot. This one sticked away. He tried a pop pass there as Williams was striding down the ice on the far side. Now Devine will decide to send this one over his defender, and it'll be gloved away by Frank Fee. Another stoppage of play here with 8:53 to go in the first period. Shots right now, 8 for Michigan and 5 for the Red Hawks. It's been a pretty good defensive stand for both sides, trying to feel each other out. You gotta figure out at this point in the game what's gonna work and what's not against the defense of Michigan and the defense of the Red Hawks. Basically just figuring out where you can go, where they're covering, and figuring it out from there.
And it feels like every game we've seen these two teams play, they started off slow and then picked up the pace and the goal scoring towards the later periods.
It sure is, especially after going to the dressing room. They make their adjustments and figure out a new breakout or forecheck. This one sent on just wide. After those adjustments are made, we see the teams really feel confident and play as themselves. That's a pass now. We'll connect to Eric Miller. Miller tries to drive in, but is stopped short.
And Goose, Michigan has not scored first this entire tournament against Indiana or Ohio, so it would be big for them if they can get the first goal in this one.
Right there showing the Red Hawks a bit of a passive forecheck. They let them just get up ice there. Michigan took their time. A neutral zone trap.
Gonna have a face-off at center ice here.
Back where we started this thing off, back at the 20-minute mark here of our first period. usually either to start a period or after a goal, but every once in a while we get a draw there. As losing his stride there was Kessing. Will not be Miami. This one stolen away by Rubisco. He'll have a shot. Saved on, made by Kinzinger on an odd angle. Garrett, like you said, what Coach Ryan Brown told us before the game is his team just wants to get as many pucks and bodies to the net as they can. And sure enough, they're shooting away. 9 shots already with just about 12 minutes played. Out shooting the Red Hawks by 4. As this puck's won, however, out of the zone. Rubisco decides just to fling it back in. Kinzinger will take a stride out of his net to play it and leave it off. Massey will send this one towards the middle, a light dump. As Ducassi strides in the near side wing, it'll be sent all the way around to Larson, awaiting on the point. Now picked up. Dombrowski sends a pass, trying to find Massey breaking up ice with speed, but couldn't, as Nielsen will bank this one off the end boards behind his own net. Nielsen slides a pass to the middle. It's picked up and now skated by Connolly. Connolly tries to go through his defender, Lawrence, but was sent wide by the stick. Both sides battling for it. Odd angle shot there taken by Connolly will go all the way out and force his defender, Cathardi, to change all the way back. As Ducassi tried to stop that there, Schweitzer went through him. However, Sharma joins the play and tries to kick it out of his skates. As now Avelo Cohen will slide this to the middle. It's intercepted away by Devine, and he'll cross that blue line, blowing this play dead for offsides.
Michigan out shooting Miami 9-5 early on in this one. You talked about the message of getting pucks on net, but really we haven't seen Miami generate any opportunities on the offensive side either. They've been trying to deal with the constant Michigan pressure we've seen on their forecheck.
And Garrett, their forecheck's been great all game long, as we saw in that first game and even last night in certain aspects as well, as Miami's puck moving up ice and getting bodies up ice as fast as they can. They've been working with numbers, but once again stopped here by the Michigan forecheck, and they're just not letting them break out of their zone. Now JT Kelly tries a pass there. Sharma will collide with him. As it frees up to the far side corner, we've got Stabnik getting dropped to the ice. Now Przlicki looking for options, has it stolen away. Schweitzer now sends it over to the far side. Anderson across the line. However, with the delayed offsides, it's blown dead. Another stoppage of play here with 5:38 left to go in the first. Still knotted at 0. Well, this one's dropped and won back by the Miami defense as it slid over to Cohen. Now giving up the wing and deflected in by Miller. Stick. No ice in the call, and the Red Hawks will try to get to work. Quickly pick it up and carried by Friedman. As his pass there didn't get through, Miller tries to start the other way, but Larson able to stop that from occurring. Now picked up by Emmett Mitchell. Mitchell will throw on the brakes as he'll now get collided with by 2 Red Hawks. Another big hit on the play by Larson. He'll drop a Red Hawk down to the ice and we'll have a penalty. As that was Hartwell that took that hit, but the arm flew up. We're gonna have our first penalty of the game.
We almost had a clean first period here, which we haven't seen too often this tournament, but it's going to be Vinnie Larson going to the box for Michigan, as you talked about. So Miami will get the first power play of the championship.
And this might be just what the Red Hawks need. They haven't had too many opportunities for shots. We've seen their power play pretty good, and when they're able to get their numbers in the O zone, start to work that puck around. Now we see some of the Red Hawks questioning the officials at center ice before this face-off will be taken. It's Andrew Lawrence. I think they're asking if that was going to be a 5-minute or not, but they'll just call a 2-minute for roughing. Larson just trying to set the tone for his team, the big defender and the captain for the Wolverines, but penalized for 2 minutes. So the Red Hawks will have their first opportunity of the game. This one sent on, saved by the pad of Fee, and the Wolverines able to clear it out for the first time. They'll connect tape to tape. It'll be Dombrowski sending it all the way around. John Fratto waits on the far side. And so now send it up to McCormick. The Red Hawks bunch with 4 guys on one side. They'll now try to spread it out. And they've got the umbrella working. McCormick to the top, use the bumper. As they'll now slide it back. Bale fires a shot, this one off the leg of Prislicki. And that's why we wear pads.
Hit the linesman too to
They'll
keep it
play
in.
off. An odd angle shot there by McCormick and stopped on the play by Frank Fee, number 40 for the Wolverines. Garrett already starting to see more opportunities as the Red Hawks just tallied on 2 more shots. They're already starting to work their power play. The Wolverines trying to break it out as much as possible, and successful there for the time being as Bale able to grab that down with his glove and bring it to the ice. Well, Miller will cross the blue line and try a pass, but stop short as this one goes off the official's leg, forcing Miami to retreat not as far as they may have had. As Bale strides up ice, they'll come to a complete stop and leave it back to the point for Dombrowski. Dombrowski tries to slide it off. An aggressive kill by Michigan. Both Mitchell and Nielsen at the top of the circle. Pretty aggressive. Let's see if Miami can get the puck down below. Fee makes the stop on a one-time shot. And now Michigan just trying to get all over him, give him no time and space. And they've been successful there, especially that last 30 seconds. The Red Hawks just had nowhere to go and nothing to do, because by the time a player would receive the puck on their stick, there was already a Wolverine there trying to break up the play. Skating off the ice was Colin Hartwell. He'll head back to the locker room. I'm not sure. He had his helmet off, so either he's hurt or his helmet might be broken. One of the two. We'll have to update you as the game progresses. For the time being, it'll go all the way back to the Red Hawk zone. Just 24 seconds left to go on the Larson roughing minor. Now striding up ice. Attempt there by Fratto. I think he just misplayed that puck. Now Cowan will slow it down. His pass went all the way up and deflected out of play off the stick. Just 4 seconds left to go. Practically the end of our penalty.
Michigan doing a good job fighting off the attack after initially when the power play started, they were giving up shots left and right, but they were able to quiet the storm, and now we're back to even strength.
This one sent on. Fee, the glove save, and another stoppage of play with 2:57. Still 0-0 our score. Shots tied up at 9 for the Wolverines and Red Hawks. For any fans joining, the Miami Red Hawks dressed in their cream jerseys with the red, and the Wolverines in their navy blue sweaters with that Michigan logo across the front. And picked up on the near side by Connolly as he'll chip it up and through the legs of Cowan. Making the save there pretty simply by Kinzinger, just slid his stick out and blew the play dead. In these big time games, the last thing you want to do is just play that puck and give the opportunity to the other team for an easy goal. While playing smart and saving any puck the goaltenders can is their prime objective here today. As this one's won back to the Miami defense, it'll be rimmed off the boards. Awaiting there was Gates on the far side. Both teams battling for it, as once again it comes to Gates between his legs trying to find it, helped out by his teammate Andrew Kessing. As this one will just be flung up to center ice. Douglas chasing hard for the Red Hawks. Pass into the far side. As Cohen's tripped up, the arm flies right to the air. Delayed penalty as Fee will rush to his bench, and the Wolverines trying to gain as much time as they can left on the power play. So 2:01 up on the big board, and they'll have a 2-minute minor penalty now going against the Redhawks. So the Wolverines will be on the power play for the whole rest of this period unless they can find a way to put one past Kinzinger in the next 2 minutes. And tripping is the call. Heading to the box, number 27, Gates for the Redhawks. This puck won by the Wolverines in the foot race behind the net. Getting angled off the puck there, looked to be Stabnik for the Wolverines, as Fee will leave this off behind his own net, where Cody Nielsen will now swing up and pick up the puck. Nielsen will start up ice and give it up to Connolly. Connolly gaining stride left and right. A good defensive play there by Miller to just stand there and have Sharma be standing over the line. But when Connolly came across, he was already there. As they'll tie it up, the Wolverines will pick up the puck and skate it in. As Cody Nielsen tries a pass to the middle. Eric Miller able to stop it up. Now Przlicki in the far side corner will send it down to Stabnik. Both teams looking for it. Przlicki fires a shot, saved. In the butterfly position by Kinzinger.
Yeah, Michigan had Stabnik down there, but a nice play by the front line of Miami to push him down without interfering and getting him off the puck. And then you mentioned the shot by Przlicki right into the chest.
As the Wolverines will win this, it's Przlicki on the far side. Now Nielsen will receive this pass. He'll slide to the top, it's Connolly. Back to Nielsen, looking for options. Connolly to the far side, it's Przlicki once again. Back out to the point. Michigan slides it down. Przlicki. Nielsen drives in. Shot saved. And a weird play. It looked like a Red Hawk defender almost grabbed it with his glove and put it on top of the net. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I saw. But
it did go. It almost went in the net. It hit the top of the crossbar and just settled right on top. And yeah, I believe that was Kessing down there swatting at it. He was very close to putting that in.
It'll be one back to the Michigan defense. Shot on by Cohen. Body hits the deck in front. Falling to the ice, looked to be Rubisco. One back. Connolly now, the puck carrier. Cohen fires a shot to the top of the point. This one goes wide. Williams in the far side. Tries a pass there. He'll get knocked to the ice. As Emmett Mitchell comes in to help. Mitchell a centering pass. Connolly tries a shot. It's Dombrowski. He'll stop the play. Poke checked in. Just a few seconds left to go in the period. Mitchell sends it to the far side. It's Williams. Williams collects the puck. They'll send it to Connolly. Connolly fires one that goes wide to the right. Williams back with it. Just 10 seconds to go. Cohen holds the line. Connolly sends it down below. Williams fires a one-timer, saved. And that's the end of our first period. Garrett, quite an intense period as both teams battling hard for it. Tied at 0. A great start to a championship game here on Sunday.
Absolutely. Shots on goal still in favor of the Maize and Blue early on in this one at 14-9. And you know their game plan was to be aggressive on the forecheck. We've continued to see that take place, and it's caused some problems for Miami. They're going to have to make some adjustments heading into the locker room if they want to try to take the lead here, and Michigan's right where they want to be.
Well, stay tuned. We'll have a live interview for you in just a few minutes, and we'll be back on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. I'm Andrew Gus, joined alongside here by Coach Brown of the Wolverines. Coach, a great first period there. The forecheck looked great. Michigan has done a great job with that. So Miami's not been able to break out of their zone too well today. What's been your message today, and what are you going to do to keep going the rest of the afternoon?
We've been really pushing, keeping a third forward high in our zone, really clogging up the neutral zone, making it so they can't get passes across, creating turnovers and getting pucks back deep and just wearing them down.
Absolutely, and the defensive zone has been awesome. Frank Fee standing in net tall for you guys once again. Topped off the Hoosiers, topped off the Ohio Bobcats, and hopefully you're doing the same thing here tonight with the Red Hawks. What's your goal the rest of the way with that?
The bank of Frank has been closed, and we're going to try to keep it that way. We're all playing for a bigger purpose this weekend, and we're trying to get the job done tonight.
This is your first time making it here to the TSCHL Championship Final. I know you guys said you're very happy to be here, but what's going to be the message the last 40 minutes to try to close it out and take home that trophy?
Will over skill. Will over skill 100%. We got 40 minutes left here. It's about who wants it more, who's going to grind more, who's going to back check the most, who's going to do the little things that will help the team out the most.
Well, thanks a lot for your time. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you. Back for period number 2 as the players come back and rejoin the ice. The ice is resurfacing already, and the boys to keep playing. A great first period we saw. Coach Brown with a good message there for his team. They're just going to keep battling and grinding it out.
It's what got him here, so no need to stray away from the game plan now. And Coach Tim Driscoll of Miami, when he was walking past me while we were off air, he said it wasn't their best period in the first, but you know they've got the adjustments ready and they're going to bring it in the second. It almost seemed like they were a little surprised by that Michigan attack and keeping that forward high like Coach Brown was talking about.
Little 2-on-2 forecheck right there.
They just couldn't get through the neutral zone at all.
Well, we'll see if the Red Hawks are able to make any adjustments, and I'm sure that their coaching staff did as best they could to find some new sort of game plan here. The Wolverines, their final last words before we kick off period number 2. Championship Sunday, we've got this game on. The Super Bowl later tonight.
The big game, as many people call it.
Chiefs and the Niners. Before that happens, we've got hockey first. As now won back by the Wolverines. Will be sent in by Avilo Cohen. As it rims all the way around to the far side. It's Cowan for the Red Hawks, not to be confused. A little bit of extra water there held that puck. Kessing couldn't get it out for a second. He sure does, and now Cowan strides up ice, a 3-on-2. The Red Hawks, a centering pass there. Fee makes a stop. A second chance blown away. And Garrett already 1 for 1 there, getting up ice. Fee able to put the trapper over it and have another stoppage of play here with 19:29. We just saw Cowan there stride up ice, and you wonder if that's going to be what it takes if the Red Hawks are going to start to adjust and have their D start to wheel up ice. Because if all the forwards are covered, it leaves the D wide open, and generally teams don't have them setting up ice, but the Red Hawks, a fast team, seems like they might just try that. The biscuit hits the ice. Larson will saucer this pass to center ice, as Kessing will scoop it up and shoot it into the zone. Now carried by Will Friedman of Michigan, as he'll connect tape to tape. On the far side wing, it was Ducassi, but back into the zone, the Wolverines are going to have to try to break out once more.
Miami applying a lot of pressure now. They're trying to beat them with their own, at their own game, it looks like.
The Wolverines sent one high. Here's Ducassi, a 1-on-1. He'll fire a shot, saved. Cowan down to one knee. The defender made the stop before it even got to Kinsinger. As Eric Miller will send this puck up the boards. Sent back down by the glove of Friedman. He'll shoot this one. Here it goes just wide. Loose in the back door. This one strikes iron. No goal. As now it's deflected up high. Slamming into the boards was Bittner. And now Cody Nielsen for the Wolverines will skate up ice. They'll come to a stop and send it back to the point. As this one's sent back in. Nielsen working with it, will slide it down. Connolly to Gossi in the front. This one, once again stopped. As now batted back down and saved into the zone. Shot on by Rubishko. He couldn't get it through. And the Red Hawks fire this one off the boards. It's McCormick joining him. Frado. McCormick tries a shot. This one deflects wide. Now loose in front. As sent to the far side. And back in by Lawrence. Slow to his feet is McCormick.
McCormick got drilled.
And all the way down it'll go. Icing the call. I hope McCormick is all right. But very gingerly skating off. He was down for a moment.
And while we've got an icing here, Goose, it's time to reveal the South All-Star forwards.
Bring it on.
We've got Cameron Chabot of Kentucky, Gabe D'Amico of Kentucky, Ethan DiLorenzo, the league MVP of IU, Gabe Dombrowski of Miami of Ohio, Dalton Carl of Louisville, Michael McCormick of Miami, Zach Burkhardt of Louisville, Eric Miller of Miami, Jacob Kempa of Cincinnati, Aiden Semino of IU, Cam Costa of Louisville, and James Raffone of Xavier.
Body's being thrown down as a Wolverine hits the ice hard. We can't see the number. Slow to his feet. We'll take a brief break here on the India Hockey Broadcast Network. We join you back after that Michigan player was helped off the ice. Garrett, the intensity already starting to pick up, and it will be a power play now for the Wolverines. So it was Bittner that got hit in front of the bench of Miami. And going to the box for 2 minutes, it's going to be Jack Massey.
And Goose, for the South defenseman, we've got Tyler Bell, who's on the ice for Miami of Ohio, George Zimmerman of Cincinnati, Carl Drew of Louisville, Tim Burke of Kentucky, Nick Beeman of Louisville, Ryan Cowan of Miami, Andrew Kessing of Miami, and Braden Helinski of Louisville. And then the two netminders, Noah Kinzinger of Miami and Sammy Billis of Indiana.
Once again,
South All-Stars.
Gentlemen, congratulations for all your hard work this year. Obviously, everyone named excuse me, an All-Star, well-deserved. A lot of great players all throughout this league. A very talented league all up and down. So congratulations to all of you. As we play on, this one deflected. Connolly will slide to the far side where Nielsen shoots one. This one misses Prishicki as Connolly will bake it off the boards. Eric Miller tries another attempt as both teams swat for it. Lifted the stick by Douglas. He almost had Miller on a breakaway, but couldn't get it through. It slid to the middle. Now on the far side, picked up, striding through the crease. A pass there came off the stick of Stabnik. Sent back to the far side, Larson. Back to the top for Slicky, the bumper. They'll try a shot saved by Miller. Miller, a nice block there. A centering pass to Wolverines. This play blown dead as I believe the net came off. And sure enough, well, we finally figured out the problem we've been scratching our heads at all weekend long. It's the pegs here are a little bit different. They're the plastic ones that are about half as short as those metal ones that most nets have. So we've seen the nets just come flying off. And unfortunately for a few of these teams, a few bad bounces and breaks as the net just comes off at those times when teams are getting close to score. And Garrett, I'm curious after this 43 seconds is over if the physicality will pick up where it left off before that big hit, as it's definitely starting to ramp up here in Cincinnati. Speaking of Cincinnati, we are the Queen City Sportsplex, home of both the Xavier Musketeers and the Cincinnati Bearcats. The championship game being played here today between the Red Hawks and Wolverines.
Well, Goose, we saw a few Michigan players unhappy after the hit that Bittner took, so you got to think they're going to be looking for some vengeance on that one, but you want to be smart about it too. You don't want to take a silly penalty just to try to get some revenge.
We did see quite a few penalties in the Red Hawks last game against the Kentucky Wildcats. But so far, they've been a little more disciplined today than they were yesterday. Swinging back to his own end is Rubishko. Just 15 seconds left to go. Likely one last rush for the Wolverine power play. As Emmett Mitchell will swing back and send it to Cohen. Cohen slides it right back to the far side where Connolly stands. We return a man back to the ice. All 10 are out there, even 5-on-5 strength. As Massey joins the play. Another big hit on the play, this time given by the Redhawks. As Williams tries a pass between his legs. And now Massey tries one. Stolen away. All in front was Williams. Trying to tip, but saved by Kinsinger. Cohen tries another shot, deflected in front. It goes just wide. The Redhawks dodge another bullet.
Two pretty good looking tips by Williams there. He was on the doorstep.
Left all alone. This one banks off the glass behind the net. A centering pass there. The only one is John Fraudo, and the Redhawks away from danger. Here comes Massey. Massey tries one, it strikes iron and deflects up on a play into the netting. Quite a look by him as he received that bank pass just in front of us and wheeled in. The right-hander took a backhanded shot. Tough for Frank Fee to see. It hit the top of the crossbar and deflected up into the netting. Out of play. And Garrett, this game really, this is what we expected. It's been very tight so far, but one of these teams is very soon to strike. As rushes now for both ways. Currently shots in favor of Michigan, 19-13 for the Redhawks. As Larson down to one leg. In front, Schweitzer tries a shot. He couldn't make it through.
Kathari might have blocked that one, but he was right on in front of Fee from close range.
As another puck goes flying around and rims out of play. We'll grab a new puck. We'll be back in a moment. Looks like we'll go back to center ice. We'll be one back to the Wolverine defense. Awaiting the all-star Larson. As he'll now send it up to Pershicki. Pershicki tries to go to the far side where Stabnik was rushing. As Anderson gets dropped to the ice, a good hit there. Simone joins the play, a 3-on-2 for the Redhawks. Devine tries to slide it back to Simone. As back to Simone. He'll skate down below. Anderson will slow off the play there. If you saw him, he's shaking up back to the bench now. Once again, we mentioned that physicality starting to pick up. Both sides. Odd angle shot there made by Fee. He'll make the stop. Throwing the glove over that biscuit.
The Bank of Frank, as Coach Ryan Brown called him in the intermission. It's Sunday, so it should be closed by all rules, but Miami looking to break in and get some points on the board here. He's been tested a lot these past couple minutes. Miami getting that offensive zone time up.
That speaker system a little shaky, Garrett. Our ears are starting to feel it, but
sounds like one of them is blown out, and it's just making it all sound bad, but
maybe playing a little too loud. Regardless, it's McCormick. The puck on his stick, he'll try up the middle. No ice in the call, it might have deflected off of someone. As the Wolverines circle back, it's Friedman. They'll slow it down for a second. Fancy move put on there. As he'll decide to stride up ice. We've got a 3-on-3. Friedman all the way, has a shot. And right to the cursive Miami logo at the heart of the chest of their goaltender, Noah Kinsinger.
Well, we know everybody's looking forward to the Super Bowl today, Goose, so you give your prediction of the winner and the score, and I'll go ahead and do the same.
I'm going to say Chiefs. I'm going to say 42-35.
I like that one. I'm going Kansas City as well. Going a little lower scoring. I'll go 31-28.
Okay.
I think a late field goal might be the difference.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be a high-scoring game for sure. Regardless of the fact we got Fraudo driving in. Fraudo tries a shot. This one loose in front. Back to the ice.
No, it's not.
Waiting for a call. I don't know if it ever went in.
My goodness.
From my angle, I saw it go off of Frank Fee. It bounced over his head, and he was able to bat it out of the air. And the call on the ice will stand as no goal, so we never saw an official call, but that was my assumed play. Is normally if they call a goal, it's a good goal right away.
It looked like it was about to get stuck on Fee's leg pad, and he was getting dangerously close to going in the net himself. But then it squirted out in front, and he was able to freeze it.
We've got 4 officials here today, 2 referees, 2 linesmen. Whereas all other games this weekend have only had 3. 2 linesmen and 1 official. Bale brings this one back to the ice. I'm not sure how that wasn't called a high stick.
Yeah, it should have been.
That would have been dangerous for Michigan. Massey will bank this one off the boards. As Cohen for Michigan will slide it across. Will just be dumped up the ice by Sebastian Culver. No ice in the call. It didn't have enough juice to make it all the way. The Red Hawks will circle back and start up ice. Carried by Bale as he'll slide it to Frado. He couldn't collect that one. And sent in by Douglas. Cohen, the first one on the scene, will pick up this puck and try to the far side. A perfectly angled bank. Ooh, I'll take that back. I thought that was going to be on the net, but not the case. So Michigan icing back to the end of Frank Fee. Still 0-0 our score. Second period, 11:30. Andrew Gus and Garrett Drake on the call here from Cincinnati. The 2024 TSCHL Playoff Championship game. The Red Hawks will win this draw. Quickly offsides called.
That one was close
Yeah,
as
it
well.
sure
I
was.
don't know if it completely crossed the line. Obviously, Cowan doesn't think so.
Well, that definitely helped the Wolverines. Now they'll get a neutral zone face-off, and they got a full cell line change there. They were trapped on the ice with that icing a moment before. As Cowan slides this one to Kessing. He wasn't able to get it in deep enough, and now the Wolverines turning up ice. Skated by the defenseman Friedman. And he'll wheel it in and just dump it in with the backhand as Pershicki chases behind the net. They'll try a toe drag, but was stopped there. Now the Red Hawks with numbers. It'll connect. Devine tries a toe drag himself, but was stopped as Douglas joins the play. Loose in front. Schweitzer tries a shot, saved by the right pad. Sharma now for the Wolverines. His pass a little too far in front of a tired Pershicki, as he'll now go for a change. Cowan will slide it off to Kessing. Devine was able to stand there and recollect that puck. As it banks off the far side boards to Rubishko. He'll send it up to Nielsen. Sent on as Schweitzer now shoots one. This one saved, deflected up high and out of play. A good stop made by Frank Fee once more, as shots are all knotted up at 19 apiece. Right to Frank Fee once again off the draw. We'll reset just where we were a moment ago. Massey will lose this draw to Connolly of the Wolverines. Quick to the scene, Eric Miller, a centering pass there. Sent on by the backhand. Saved by Frank Fee.
And Goose, it feels like this entire period has been down deep on Frank Fee and the Red Hawks with the puck in the attacking zone. They've now taken the lead in the shot department at 20-19, and they've been laying them on.
There'll be one. Here comes Avila Cohen flying in. He'll have a shot saved by Kinsinger, and the blocker still down below. as the Michigan defenseman decided to skate it himself. It'll now be McCormick. McCormick crossing over, racing to the net. He'll fire a shot. This one goes wide. A second chance save. Miller shoots and scores! The Red Hawks! Eric Miller, as McCormick shot off ice there, his centering pass squirted it out. And right pad past the leg of Frank Fee, Eric Miller, and the Red Hawks now up by 1.
Another goal off a rebound. Frank Fee's been giving a lot of them out, but that time Miami had somebody down low to put it on, and the Red Hawks strike first with Miller.
And we said it was bound to happen soon. We felt it coming, and sure enough, the Red Hawks finally tacked one away. Now, we've also said there's not been one point in time where the Wolverines have started off with a lead in that game. They've had comeback victories the whole way. We'll see if they can do that again as Connolly shoots one right to the glove. It'll be gloved away by Kinsinger. And now they'll have an offensive zone faceoff.
And Goose, I thought for sure we'd have more than one goal on the board at this point in the game, but it really is a testament to how well these two goalies have been playing this entire tournament.
You're absolutely right.
And why these two teams are in the championship.
Everyone's brought their A game here today. A championship Sunday is something that everyone plays for. A pass there. Went all the way down on the net of Dombrowski. Fee was waiting for a whistle, never got one. Finally, it came. The Red Hawks will have another offensive zone face-off. Will be taken by Dombrowski against Connolly. As nearly stuffed in. The Red Hawks score again! Oh my goodness, Garrett.
Dombrowski.
And all he had to do was just push it right in.
He
As
just
off the
stuffed
draw.
it through the post.
Connolly tried to take it behind the net. It got stuck there on the side where Frank Fee's been pushing his snow all afternoon. And he just simply had to put his stick on it and it went right in. And now Miami jumps out to a 2-0 lead. And Michigan very upset about that one.
Yeah, that puck was sitting right on the line, and he talked about it. All he had to do was push it a couple inches, and it was a goal for Miami.
And they basically handed it to him there. Nothing against Frank Fee at all. Was not even expecting that puck to be there. The Red Hawks try to break up ice. But we're stopped as Anderson comes flying in with the puck. Picked up by Cohen. We'll see if he decides to skate up ice again. It looks like he will. So across the blue line, he'll dangle through 3. But was stopped by the 4th. As he'll put on the brakes. He'll get shoved down to the ice with a cross check. No penalty on the play. Anderson tries to join the play, strides out, but couldn't get there in time. And now a delayed penalty. He got his stick up in the hands a little too much there. Up and coming will be a Michigan power play once the Red Hawks touch up this puck. And for the time being, Michigan strides up ice. Fee finally able to get to the bench. They'll add a 6-attacker. A centering pass to the middle. This one goes wide, saved by the pad. Michigan still not able to get one in, or the Red Hawks able to get possession. As Pershicki tries another one, still loose in front. Down to the corner, an out-angled hit there. And we'll have a Michigan power play coming up.
It looked like there were a couple instances there where Miami had a chance to possess the puck and end that sequence, but Michigan was able to keep it going for quite some time, and now with 8 minutes even on the clock, it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Wolverines.
And Anderson for the Red Hawks will sit for 2 minutes. Slashing the call there as he was chasing hard. He thought he was going to have a 2-on-1, but couldn't get there in time and ended up getting his hands in Friedman while he was stick handling. And next thing you know, his team to the box for 2 minutes. So the Wolverines on a 2-minute power play. We'll see if they can get some momentum. As Andrew Kessing of the Red Hawks will chase down below. It'll free up to the point. And now even though down a man, here comes the Red Hawks. Stopped short. Massey thought he had a breakaway. It'll be Sharma. Sharma tries to dangle, but was stopped. Back out to neutral ice this puck goes, as Cody Nielsen will send a saucer pass over to Pershicki. Connolly looking for options, will stride in and give it back across. Nielsen back to the top of the umbrella. It's Connolly back to Nielsen again. Nielsen tries a shot. Saved. As Kinzinger saw that one the whole way. He never had a problem seeing that one. Still a minute 23 left to go on the Wolverine man advantage. And so far they've been unsuccessful in getting a real good opportunity. Hard forecheck there. Picked up and skated in by Lawrence. Lawrence tries to go through the defender. Unsuccessful. They'll send it to the far side. Nielsen striding up ice. Michigan with numbers. Nielsen a centering pass there. Couldn't make it through. Now Lawrence again will bank this one off the boards this time. Sharma. His bank pass connects down the wing to Stabnik. As Nielsen scoops it up. He'll circle the zone and leave it off for Connolly. Connolly passes it down. So he'll receive it. He's just past the dot on the near side circle. Back to the top, sent down below. Centering pass, however, nobody there. And a free breakout for the Red Hawks. 28 seconds still to go as Connolly will circle behind his own net.
Michigan's going to have to push here. Take advantage of every man advantage they can get.
Larson will connect to Glenn. Glenn leaves it off. This one to the middle. It's Williams. Williams tries a shot. It goes wide. He was all alone. His shot just not able to get on target. Back to Williams at the top of the circle. We return back to even strength, and the Wolverines score! How about that? Right as time expires, they tuck one away. It looks like Emmett Mitchell, the forward, and we've got a 2-1 game.
Well, they were unable to capitalize on the power play, but while that extra man was getting out of the box for Miami, they're able to get a couple quick shots on net, and Mitchell puts one in.
Garrett, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the mistake was made by Miami not going right out to the ice. I'm pretty sure Anderson went to the bench and they had a change, and if he gotten back a little quicker, that might have been a different circumstance. Well, they'll drop one from their 2-goal lead, and now we've got a 2-1 score. As Miller will dump this one. It'll be picked up and sent up the wing to Sharma. Sharma will connect to Larson. As Larson strides across the blue line, his pass to the middle didn't make it through. Miller, a nice deke there. Here's McCormick striding with speed. He'll have a shot saved by the blocker of Fee. Back out to the middle. It's JT Kelly as he sends this one off the end boards. Will be scooped up and carried up by Larson. Now Larson will cross that blue paint. And he'll double man a reverse hit. Both guys fly down to the ice. It was him and Simone.
Larson got a big hit in earlier, and Simone gets him back.
Looks like both guys a tiny bit shaken up. Two big bodies go colliding together. As they'll try a stretch pass up the wing. It'll connect to Sebastian Culver. Culver, a toe drag. He'll shoot in, saved by Kinzinger. This one deflects off the netting. Back down to the ice. Sebastian Culver, quite a move there. Got past the defender. Although once again sent it right towards the goaltender. And he able to pick a corner, maybe even keep that 5-hole. Could have had himself a goal. It looked like Kinzinger took the bait and it was right in his butterfly. Current shots on goal read 24 for the Red Hawks and 25 for the Wolverines. Neck and neck. As Cohen's shot will go wide. It'll be picked up by JT Kelly, and he'll send this one up the middle towards Massey. Massey's dump attempt basically went right onto the net Frank Fee in the blue paint, and he'll put the trapper over it. And Kenny Loggins, Highway Through the Danger Zone being played. Been some pretty good songs all afternoon long. The gentleman over there in the scorer's box, salute to them.
Michigan trying to get out of the danger zone as Miami's really been pressing the puck down low the whole period, and they've gotten 2 goals out of it.
Well, as this one banks all the way around, it'll connect to Avilo Cohen of the Michigan Wolverines. Now skated up by Catharthy as he's still trying to kick it in front of that Miami bench. A little chip saucer pass there will connect to Nielsen, who's trying to cross over left and right, gaining speed. Left there, Connolly. He'll have a shot saved by the glove, a second chance, and cleared out by Miami. As Cowan will get collided with, Nielsen will bank this one back down below. Striding to get it is the Red Hawks now connecting up. It's Dombrowski gaining speed. He'll have a shot trying to go glove side, loose in front of the doorstep, and couldn't get it. Frank Fee, a second chance save. Going there with him was Schweitzer.
That one was there for the taking as well, but
and Schweitzer almost missed it. He cut across the middle. That puck was just sitting there on the doorstep, and it didn't seem like he was expecting it to be there. An odd place for a rebound to pop right out to you.
Unfortunately for Dombrowski, you talked about trying to speed it up the ice. He did that, but he was all by himself when he took the shot.
And tough sometimes when it's one guy going against 2 defenders, even with a full head of speed. Having strength in numbers is always a good thing, as we've seen a lot of times in the past. This will free up to Friedman, as he'll get off to Williams, who will decide to dump it in deep as it's left off. Cowan sends it over. Still behind the net, looking to get up ice. He just can't. That forecheck has been quite strong. His only option to bank it off the boards, but past the stick of Rubishko, who got a piece of it. No icing to call. Devine joins the play as he'll bank it off for Anderson. Anderson tries to drive down with it, but a few too many dekes. Actually comes up with it again and leaves the cross check.
He and Friedman shoving each other a little bit after that play. Refs come and separate them.
Thought Anderson was trying to do a little too much there, but ended up coming up with the puck. And sometimes you see a guy just dangle, dangle, dangle. You just got to put a body on him. Michigan D's done a very good job up to this point of playing the body and keeping that physical aspect, trying to make sure the Red Hawks know they're there. And this one, Bell tries a one-timer and couldn't get it through. As Sharma tries to join the play, he'll get nudged off the puck. The Red Hawks begin to work up ice. It's Douglas. Douglas fakes in, goes out. A centering pass there in the front, and the Red Hawks score again! Dombrowski! And quite a play there by Douglas to set up the whole thing. As he skated all the way around, Fee had to move from post to post, and he got stuck on that right post, standing there in the back door. Looked to be Dombrowski, and Gabe Dombrowski puts his team back to a 2-goal lead, and the Red Hawks now a 3-1 lead.
Another puck just sitting out there to the right of Frank Fee, and Miami does not miss the opportunity.
And really that whole play set up by Douglas. A nice play by him, able to get that goaltender moving. And these bigger goaltenders, obviously see they make those big initial first saves, but the problem is sometimes those rebounds get away from them.
And as soon as I talked about how little goal scoring we've seen today and how great the goaltenders are, all of a sudden there's 4 on the board. So that's usually how it goes in the life of a broadcaster. You say something and then they make you look stupid.
Still a very close game here. And don't expect Michigan to shy away from being down 2 goals. It's been something they've been playing with all weekend long, even last night. They came into their third period down 3-1 and won that game 4-3. Hard work and perseverance does pay off. And in playoff hockey, The game's not over till the clock strikes 0. And even talking to Noah Kinsinger, he said the game's not over till the fat lady sings. He's got a great point with that, but
makes a nice save there.
Pass there, tried to connect to Michael McCormick on the far side. As Nielsen able to stop this now with his stick. As the Wolverines turn up ice. Connolly jukes for a moment. Still trying to get that puck on his stick. Looked like it got deflected there in front by Nielsen. But the Red Hawks able to turn up ice. Pass slid down there on the doorstep. As it now frees up behind the net. It'll be picked up by Friedman. Will Friedman gives it off to Larson. As Vinny Larson gets collided with, Sebastian Culver had it for a moment. Miller sends it up, and the Red Hawks with numbers at 3-on-1. Massey towards the middle. Hartwell kind of just gave up on that play. If he was there, he could have buried for sure, but he was trying to stay high. As his shot now sent right on net will be saved away with 47 seconds left to go here in the frame. The Red Hawks with numbers. Massey tried to spread out the ice and go back-to-back. Goals of making Fee move post to post, but just not able to get there in time. So a good break goes there for the Wolverines. One back by Cohen. The Wolverines will work up ice for a moment before stopped away. Gurley made the strip pass there. It'll go for Gates. It looked like it touched his stick, so no icing the call. As Emmett Mitchell, the lone goal scorer for the Wolverines, will be there on the scene. However, the Michigan Wolverines quickly knock down a man and give the Red Hawks a power play.
That's a tough one for Michigan right there. 18 seconds left in the period, and you take a penalty that's going to carry over. Already down a couple goals.
And trying to play physical and lay the body on. Heading the box for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is Ted Catarthy. And definitely not what his team needs at this point in time. If they can get out of this period with the score being the way it is, they'll be in the same boat they were in last night. For the time being, the Red Hawks will win this draw as Tyler Bale slides it over to Michael McCormick. McCormick to Hartwell in the front. His shot sent on, saved, it goes wide. On the rebound. As Hartwell tries another shot, blocked away. One-time shot taken by Dombrowski. Another one as they're bombarding him, but can't get it through as Eric Miller touched that puck up front. And that's the end of period number 2 here in Cincinnati. We came into this one 0-0 and quite a bit of offense for both sides. The Red Hawks able to tally 3 away. The Wolverines only able to get 1 there, so they'll be down 2 goals going into our third period. We've got 40 minutes down, 20 minutes left. Garrett, should be a great third period. Make sure not to go anywhere. We'll be back here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network for the 2024 TSCHL Playoff Championship. I'm Andrew Gus, back joined alongside here by Coach Delaney of the Red Hawks. Now, Coach, I thought you guys were pretty bottled up there in the first period by the forecheck. That second period there, you were able to get up ice a lot easier. What was the change there?
We just kind of used the first period as our warm-up period, get our legs under us. I mean, I think speed kind of beats most forechecks and stuff like that. So we had our legs under us, and we got the speed going, and it ended up working out for us. So
you're absolutely right. You're able to tally 3 goals there in that second period. You'll have a power play here to start the third. What are you guys going to need to do with the 2-goal lead to try to close this thing out in 20 minutes?
Put 5 up. I mean, simple answer, just keep scoring, and that's about it.
We appreciate your time. Wish you the best of luck tonight. Thank you very much. 40 down and 20 left to go. Going back onto the ice are both teams for the last time of the weekend. It's been a great tournament so far. Both of these teams have played exceptional up to this point. There's 20 minutes left to see who will be our winner. We're excited. It's been a really fun weekend for us. We're very thankful to the TSCHL League and Tim Driscoll, the commissioner, for allowing us to present this tournament to you. We're very happy to be here. Once again, I'm Andrew Gus, joined alongside by Garrett Drake. Our final 20 minutes left of the weekend.
Well, Miami starting off the period on a power play, Goose. Michigan took one with about 18 seconds left in the second, and now they'll have to fight it off. And then after that, it's going to be ultra aggressive, pedal to the metal, trying to get a couple goals as quick as they can.
So a minute 42 still to go on that power play. And we just talked to Coach Alex Delaney of the Red Hawks. His goal is to put up 5. We'll see if that's what it takes for the Red Hawks, as they'll win right off the way. It's Dombrowski as he started turning forward. Eric Miller will rim this puck all the way around as it's collected off the boards by Hartwell. Bale fires it off to McCormick, back to Bale. We'll send it back to the top. They started off with a ton of speed. They're starting to slow it down now. Out of his net to play it was Frank Fee, and the net comes off. Whistled down. Shot taken by Dombrowski.
Something else going on with the net now, it looks like. They're trying to make sure it stays put, or maybe they're telling Fee to stay away from the post a little bit.
As this puck will deflect up high, and they'll blow it right dead. As it's one back to the Miami Red Hawk defense. Tyler Bale will slide it to Dombrowski. As they'll now feed it to Bale. He'll fire a one-timer, saved by Frank Fee. I felt like they were going to slide it over to McCormick, but it never happened, and they were just going between Bale and Dombrowski and maybe trying to throw him off, but one back once again by the Red Hawks to Bale, as he'll collect his puck and shift it down to Dombrowski. A centering pass there, trying to find Hartwell. McCormick slides a backhander to the front, and it's stopped by the glove.
Man, these speakers are brutal. You talked about it earlier. Any song with bass is just not gonna translate.
Yeah, it's sure not. Villa Cohen able to grab this puck, and he'll rim it all the way off the boards, the length of the ice. Or Kinzinger steps out of his net to play it and leaves it off for Tyler Bale. Now flying in Dombrowski. As Dombrowski fires a shot to the leg pads of a defender. Dombrowski sends it back to Hartwell, who will decide to take a shot. Still loose in front. Although the call, no goal. I think that one actually went in, but
yeah, it did.
After Fee made the save and then they batted it in, I just don't think the whistle was blown quick enough, but it was pretty clear the save was made, and the intention of the referees was to blow that play dead. The Wolverines successful in clearing out this puck.
That'll do it for the power play. Good job by the Wolverines to fight that one off to begin the period.
Nielsen will make a hit there. And sent in off the back wall. Cohen fires this one. It goes up into the netting. And we'll have to take a brief break before the next whistle. Puck's dropped, and one back by Michigan. As Cohen will leave this, Emmett Mitchell flies in to help. The Wolverines, some nice passing there. However, not enough to get out of the zone completely as they stump back in. They'll connect to Pershicki. As the breakout pass there just couldn't make it through from Mitchell. He was trying to connect to Cody Nielsen. Pershicki leaves it off. Sent off the netting. And back onto the ice by Rubishko. Back to center ice will go for the draw.
Miami's been able to pull ahead pretty significantly in the shot department now at 34-27. We saw Michigan have the advantage in the first period, but the Redhawks turned on the aggression and they haven't let up.
As they'll slide it up, nearly a breakout pass there. That made it through to Lloyd. They'll finally connect to the offensive zone. Bodies to the front of the net. As Lloyd tries a pass to the defense, but it'll end up on the stick of Daniel Gerling for a moment. Before Massey joins the play, and now skates in with it.
And we heard Coach Delaney say it, he wants 5.
Shot taken by Frado was nearly the fourth. And a reverse hit there, he'll now get dragged to the ice. This puck bangs off the boards. Sebastian Culver awaits this puck on the far side as he tried to fling it up there through the middle, but was unsuccessful in doing so. Gerling skates in, he'll fire a shot. Fee makes the blocker save back to the ice. Now a pass to the middle connects once again to Sebastian Culver. He'll fake in and shoot. Saved by the chest protector of Kinzinger. Now kicked by the skate of Hartwell all the way down. No ice in the call. Pass there towards the middle, and we'll finally have a play blown dead. Look to be offsides. So we'll reset here in the neutral zone in just a moment. 16-18 left to play here in our third period. The Redhawks right now leading the Wolverines 3-1. And stepping in to take this draw is Connolly and Hartwell. Hartwell will win it back. JT Kelly, the puck carrier for the Redhawks, fires it down. As the Wolverines start to stride up ice, they'll connect to Nielsen. He's been out there a ton tonight, Garrett. As McCormick gets bumped off the puck here. A little rub out action. Now flung to the far side, Nielsen driving towards the puck. McCormick scoops in. They'll send to the far side where Eric Miller awaits. Miller fires a one-timer. Saved down by Fee. And the official, once again, takes his time blowing the whistle. Thought he'd let him play it. Fee decided, not today. Shots now in favor of the Redhawks with 37 and the Wolverines 27. So they've got a 10-shot advantage and a 2-goal lead as they look to close out this game.
And we talked with Michael McCormick a couple days ago about it, Goose. Miami has struggled in the T tournament these past couple years, and the players know it, the coaches know it, and it would mean a lot for them to be able to get over the hump and bring this championship home. Michael McCormick, we talked to him on day one. He said he hasn't had much success here.
Stukasi fires a shot, saved away by the Red Hawk goaltender Kinzinger. Noah's performed tremendously this weekend for the Red Hawks. And they've been playing well in front of him as well. It's been bread and butter. And they've really been playing as a team all the way around. Now Connolly steps in to take the draw for Michigan, unable to win. So Miami starts to stride up ice as this one's flung up, sent back to the ice by a leaping Cohen. Cohen tries to send it up to Ducassi. He was successful in doing that as Ducassi sends a centering pass. One-time shot taken by Nielsen as he's dumped down to the ice. Ducassi back to the point. Cohen fakes in. He'll shoot, trying to go to the far side of the glove, but his shot went wide. Shot attempt there by Ducassi from the side. He tried a backhander. Held in the point by Larson. Nielsen over to the far side. This one sent on, it goes wide. After that, it's deflected up out of play. Garrett, Michigan continually trying to pepper that goaltender Kinzinger with as many shots as possible. Now the Cincinnati, Ohio native definitely feels comfortable here in this rink. He's played well. Cowan now sends this one behind his own net. The far side is Devine, who waits for that puck. Both teams battling for it. Emmett Mitchell tries to come up with it. Sticked away by Williams as he'll send it back to the point. This one sent on. It didn't make it through, as it will connect up to Anderson, at least able to hit his stick. So no icing to call, as Devine works with it on the far side. Now collected by Friedman. As he'll send it up the boards, it will not make it on the tape. So the Redhawks dump it in, and they'll have to regroup again and try to break out. Now swinging back behind his own net, Friedman. Friedman stick handles and gives it off. It's Jack Glenn waiting for the puck, but he was stopped quickly by Anderson. As Anderson battles for this puck. He'll send a centering pass to the middle. Saved away. Shot taken there by Jack Schweitzer, who's to the top of the blue line. He came all the way down, and he tried to sneak in there, able to finesse a shot.
Well, at the beginning of the period, it was Michigan who had all the offensive zone time and putting a lot of pressure on Kinzinger, but now Frank Fee is feeling it over on the other end. Miami not wanting to give up the offensive zone as Michigan's able to win the draw. Hopefully they can get it out.
As Cohen started to skate up ice, he slowed down for a moment. McCormick pressuring him now, as Cohen will fling this one to the right corner. Simone swings in to pick it up, as he'll get dropped to the ice by Przicki. We'll go all the way around. Chasing hard on the play looked to be Brandon Stebnik. As delayed icing, both sides racing for it. Michigan will get there first, and we'll have a Red Hawk icing. Garrett neck and neck third period so far, and the scoring's definitely slowed down from what it was in our second frame, at least up to this point in the period.
Already 7 minutes gone. We're moving along here. And the Red Hawks 13 minutes away from glory.
As Sharma will get battled off that puck there. Now Stabnik takes a turn with it. JT Kelly will take a one-time shot that will just basically bank off the boards. Here comes McCormick. He's all alone. Michael McCormick, a backhanded shot saved by Frank Fee.
And no icing the other way, as it was on net.
Now Hartwell. Hartwell drives in, saved. That one able to get the tip of the skate there. Well, Frank Fee, as now a body goes flying down to the ice for Michigan. Here's Eric Miller. Miller, he'll shoot and score! Eric Miller! Bar down and in. And the Red Hawks now jump out to a 3-goal lead. It's 4-1. And what a snipe there by Eric Miller of the Red Hawks. And that's going to be tough to come back from for the Wolverines. And Garrett, 3 great rushes, third time's a charm there. The first one there, McCormick, then Hartwell. Finally, the third attempt of Eric Miller, and they got it past Frank Fee. The 41st shot of the night was a good one. And now Michigan's going to take their timeout as Coach Ryan Brown and his team will look for options. We'll take a brief break here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network and join you back for the last 12:24 here in our championship game. We're back after the timeout. We'll see what Michigan did to try to come back. They've got 12:24 to try to get 3 and send it to overtime. That's their best bet for the moment. And it's going to start with one goal at a time and go from there. As this one's sent on in. It'll be sent off the boards. Here's Dombrowski all alone. Gabe Dombrowski, 5-0 save by Fee. Where's the puck? Nobody knows. Wow. It must have been under Frank Fee. And it sure was, but what an opportunity there by Dombrowski all alone. And Frank Fee stands tall, making the save for the Wolverines. As Miami will win this draw, will be Gabe Dombrowski. He'll send it down to Douglas. As Douglas pushed off the puck. Michigan will come up with it as the Wolverines begin to break up ice. This one will miss the stick of Dukoski as he races for it. Icing the call. The Redhawks got there first. And back to the zone of Michigan.
And if you're the Wolverines, you got to start looking at the clock and saying, you need 3 goals to tie. There's just over 11 minutes left. You got to be getting at least one every 2 to 3 minutes to give yourself a shot.
Garrett, we saw against Dayton the other day for the Redhawks game, they were starting to fly a guy high and leave a cherry picker up in the neutral zone. I wonder if Michigan will try to send a guy high as well and try to get a fast break up ice, because they're going to need to do something quick.
Dombrowski took a hard hit in the corner and he was slow to get up from it, but appears to be all right, looking for a penalty.
Still questioning the ref, but definitely doesn't seem like the wise play right now with a 3-goal lead and 11 minutes to go. The last thing he'd want to get is a penalty for talking to the ref. The Wolverines will begin to stride up ice once more. Stopped by Devine, who will send this one a high-flying puck to the far corner. Both sides chasing for it. It's Schweitzer who tried to come up with it. This time Michigan, however. As Sharma tried to backhand her off the boards. He'll get pushed off, and now Pershicki gives it off for Larson. Knocking that puck into the zone was Stabnik. As this one squirts out in front. Devine, a pass there that didn't make it through. Holding the line on the far side was Pershicki. He'll now regain possession of the puck before it's captured and carried by Anderson. He'll go through the defender's stick as Anderson goes all the way to the corner with it. He'll get nudged off the puck. And now Michigan takes another turn up ice. You can already start to see the Redhawks leaving a guy back as they don't want anything to get past them. Pass there taken. A one-time shot by Williams. Stopped.
Wow.
What a good effort there by Michigan. The Williams shot saved by Kinzinger. And a timely save for him as we're down to just 10:15 left to go. That clock's starting to slowly disappear. As now Cowan picks up the puck behind his own net. He'll try one off the glass, but deflected off a stick and out of play. Back to his own zone. This next faceoff will take place. Pardon me. Off a Michigan stick, so we'll go out to the neutral zone. As Mitchell will step in to take this draw against Gerling. One back by Michigan. Here's Rubishko. He'll leave off a pass. Glenn fires a shot. This one goes wide. A great opportunity for the Wolverines, and a better stop made by Kinzinger. And this one sent in. Gerling trying to deke. Picked up on the play by Gates. Centering pass there to the far side. It's Massey, the puck carrier. Massey drives in. Here comes Mitchell. The Wolverines with numbers, a 3-on-1. Mitchell sends it over. Williams tries a shot, saved away by the stick. As Kinzinger just pushed that one away. This one deflects off the glass. The length of the ice will go 200 feet back the other way. As a Red Hawk icing just occurred. And honestly, for Miami with a 3-goal lead, all they got to do is just keep killing off clock, Garrett.
Yeah, we know Coach Delaney said he wanted to get to 5. They're at 4 now, but they might not need that 5th one as Michigan appears to be running out of gas too at the other end. Just if you're Miami, you can go a little conservative here and just try to get this game over as quick as possible.
It's been a long weekend. And even just think about the recovery time, Garrett. Now, Michigan played at 8:30 last night. Now, Miami played at 1:30. They had a lot more rest time in their semifinal game. And both games went to overtime.
It's getting chippy out there.
It sure is getting chippy out there.
Less than 9 minutes left now.
There's a swarm of blue and yellow and red and cream in the near side corner. Will be finally stopped and taken now possession by Cowan. Cowan, a defender we've seen all weekend long, really likes to use his net and let his team get up ice before he makes a play. As this one's sent in deep. Picked up by Kessing as Miller evades a big hit. Will bounce off the skate of Katarthi.
Knocked over a trash can that was standing right by the glass. That's how hard that hit was.
Now carried by Nielsen as he'll wheel into the zone. He'll be pushed off the puck for a moment. And they're cleared out of the zone by the defender Andrew Lawrence of the Red Hawks. We're down to 8 minutes and running as the clock keeps trickling down. Stopped on the far side by Tyler Bale. And that one nearly stolen away in the middle of the slot by Michigan, unable to. Here's McCormick. Back the other way, he'll fire a shot off the blocker. The far side was John Fratto. His rebound attempt couldn't get through. As the Wolverines will dump it in. Lawrence banks it off the boards. Not enough for Douglas to get it out. Here's Lloyd. Lloyd tries one through the middle, unable to get it through. As Douglas swings in to pick up the puck. Douglas's pass went up to Dombrowski as he left a shoulder there into Cohen.
That time continuing to dwindle off the clock, Goose. Now just 7 minutes left for the Wolverines. Still down 3. It's going to be very difficult for them to try to draw even now. They might have to pull the goalie pretty early too, if they even do it at all.
And they're going to have to figure out something soon, Garrett, as you mentioned, but it's going to start with 1 goal, and they need to get that first before they think about even tying this game. Here's Gabe Dombrowski. Dombrowski to the back door. Fratto was there, couldn't get it through. As Pershicki sends up a pass. Carried now by Stabnik. A 2-on-1. Flying in to pick it up with Rubishko. Off to the point, Larson. It's sticked away. Here's Douglas. A one-on-one. Douglas goes posted in. The Red Hawks strike again. And now Miami gets to that lucky number 5 that Coach Delaney was talking about. And Garrett, that might be it.
Well, Miami knew what they needed to do to win this game here today, and they've executed it to perfection. 5 goals on the board. Kinzinger's been standing on his head. And now the Red Hawks just 6 minutes and change away from a TSCHL title.
And Michigan's been giving everything they could, but now looking at the shots, Garrett, it's 45 for the Red Hawks and 5 goals, and 31 for Michigan and only 1 goal. As Friedman will quickly skate in and have a shot. Centering pass there, trying to find Mitchell. Once again, here comes Miami with numbers. Anderson leaves it off for Devine.
And Miami has won the T tournament 1 time in their history. That was back in 2019, so searching for that 2nd championship.
He's carrying the puck out. Schweitzer tried to kick it away. Stopped by Williams. He'll send up a pass. It'll connect to Glenn. Glenn able to hold the line. He'll send it down below for Williams. Williams able to deke. A pass to the middle, as he'll get collided with. Down to the ice, out of the zone. The Red Hawks able to clear. I think the snow in front of the bench is going to stop it. It won't make it for an icing.
And Goose, among teams that are still in the TSCHL, Louisville currently has the most active titles with 3. Indiana in 2nd place with 2, but Miami about to capture their 2nd as well.
As this puck's flung over, Gerling fires a shot. It goes just wide. A bouncing puck dribbles back to the stick of Simone as his toe drag through the legs of the defender works. But he'll circle back to the corner and send it back down below on a cycle. And the Red Hawks just cycling once again, trying to kill off those last 5 minutes. They've got a 4-goal lead. They shouldn't need any more to finish this thing out. They just got to make sure they can kill off the clock. As Massey goes for a hit. Gerling fires a shot. It'll strike Larson up in front. It won't make it through. As Gerling tried an odd angle shot. Gates comes up with it. He'll try a wraparound. It makes it back to the point of Cowan. He'll juke. And just decided to send it in. It strikes someone in the head.
That was Connolly.
And whistled dead.
He got him right on the side of the helmet.
Yeah, Connolly was turned towards the corner, and that puck caught him up high. Right on the side of the bucket. Standing there talking to his teammate and the official.
Fortunately, it looks like he does have ear covers on that helmet, so we don't have to worry about that. But still, when you're not expecting it, it can ring your bell a little bit.
4:35 left to go in the 2024 TSCHL championship game. The puck there looked like it clipped a stick, so no ice in the call as the Red Hawks regroup in their own end. It'll be held and skated by Tyler Bell. And so he'll keep wheeling up ice. His pass stopped by Cohen as Cohen leaves it off. Sebastian Culver fires a shot. Off of a knee pad. Now skating in, it's Rubishko. His centering pass knocked away as Hartwell tries to reach out and stick that puck. Picked up now by Ferguson. As Ferguson rims this one off. I thought it hit the net, but the officials are going to let it play off. As everyone in this building has a pretty good feeling of where the rest of this game will go in the last 3:45. It's pretty predictable.
Yeah, it's all a matter of getting that clock to 000 now. It's going to be too little too late for Michigan, and the Red Hawks are going to get the celebration going soon.
It's a short trip back to Oxford for them, a little north of here in Cincinnati. Michigan has a bit of a haul back home. chasing hard for it with Miller. Picked up by Larson as he'll slide up a pass. Miller. Stop with it and chip it into the zone. Dombrowski chasing. Picked up by Douglas, the most recent goal scorer here in this contest. As JT Kelly tripped down to the ice.
It's going to be a penalty.
Yes, it will. And Michigan just not much to do at this point.
Now Miami can really kill off some clock for the 2-minute power play. Or maybe they'll surpass Coach Delaney's expectations and get to 6.
They just might. Well, here's Douglas. He'll send it back to the point. Or Cowan awaits the puck. Now Frotto tries a shot. A body flies down in the front. It looked like that might have been Andrew Lawrence that hit the deck. And he'll now catch this pass and send it back to Frotto. Frotto back to the top. It's Cowan. He'll fire a shot. Loose in front. Both teams digging for it. As Frotto will stick handle for a moment. He'll slide it down. Shot taken on once again by Lawrence. Douglas up to Massey at the point. Massey feeds it back down. Douglas shoots. This one goes wide. He nearly tucked it in the side door of Lawrence, but Lawrence couldn't get it to go. The whistle stops. And the Michigan net might have come off again. The net of Frank Fee. Dombrowski and Mitchell will go head-to-head in this draw. Mitchell able to make the clear. His team will go for a full sail line change of all 4. Swinging up to pick this puck is Dombrowski. Still skate past Pershicki. Red Hawks up to 50 shots. As Michael McCormick will leave it off for Tyler Bale. To the middle, it's Hartwell. Hartwell fires a shot, saved by the blocker. Bale leaves it off for McCormick. McCormick stick handles. Takes a one-timer, scores! Michael McCormick! Make that 6. What a power play goal there. And I guess he did go past their expectation of Coach Alex Delaney. And they got up to 6 there, Garrett.
That was an absolute rocket from the slot by McCormick.
I really hesitated to think if he was going to even pull that trigger on that shot. And he decided to absolutely let it go. And he got it looked to be 6-hole past Frank Fee, just above the glove and right to the back of the net. As Ducassi gives it off to Connolly, who will slide to the far side of Nielsen. As this one jumps up to the Miami bench. They forgot to start the clock there. They still have 143 up on the board. I had it down to 137, but all good. So the most recent power play goal for Miami will put them up to a 6-1 lead. Up by 5 goals here. With just 1:30 left to go. Both teams battle for it. Vinnie Larson will come up with it as his pass sent off the boards. Out to play it was Kinsinger, as he just wants that clock to keep running as well. Kessing decides to skate up on the near side. We go off the boards.
Final minute.
Held on by Nielsen. He'll dangle once, now twice. And just fired off an on-angle shot. Saved there by Kinsinger. And Miami fans all happy to see their goaltender yet make another save. And here comes Jack Schweitzer. Schweitzer passes defender Katarthi. He's all alone. Schweitzer shoots and scores! And now Miami able to just keep stretching their lead out to even more. 28.7 up on the big board. Schweitzer all alone, and Michigan's given up. Well, Garrett, a game that started off very, very close is just broken out all in favor for the Redhawks. As Massey will pick up this puck off the draw. He'll skate across the blue line, driving towards the net. As he'll get pushed off the puck. Both guys will exchange checks in the far side. Picked up and carried by Anderson of Michigan, not to be confused with the one on Miami. One shot missed. As Devine will have a shot. It's sent on. And the Miami Redhawks are your 2024 TSCHL champions. Garrett, what a performance by the Redhawks as they'll bring the hardware back to Oxford. A game that finished off 7-1. The Redhawks will celebrate. And quite a victory by them. So Garrett, we were saying a close game all in all. 0-0 after the first frame. 3-1 after 2, and 7-1 now after our final 60 minutes, as both teams will go through the handshake line. Congratulations to the Redhawks, and a well game played by both teams. And Michigan had a great weekend all weekend long, making it here to the finals, topping off Indiana on Friday, Ohio on Saturday, but just couldn't bring it out here on Sunday. And the Redhawks, their playoff look this weekend was the Dayton Flyers on Friday. They topped Kentucky last night and able to finish off Michigan here this afternoon. Well, we thank you all for tuning in here this weekend. It's been a pleasure for Garrett Drake and I here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network to cover this weekend. Another thanks to the TSCHL and Tim Driscoll for having us here this weekend. It's been quite a pleasure. Thank you.